Hi everyone, this is Jake Johnson with the Husky Homes team here today to learn about a little bit more in the real estate market, specifically title and title insurance. Most of you are like, what is that? Which is what I thought too, until I married someone who knows a lot more about title insurance than me, so she makes me look really smart. But the little bit about title that we need to know is, well, what is it? Well, when you buy a house, you get the land and the home that's on it and all the rights that come along with that. That's why title is so important. It's because they do a search to make sure that everything is there and that when you close, you really do own everything free and clear and there's no concerns after that. But what's most important about that is that we don't necessarily know much more about it. So obviously in real estate, there's realtors, there's lenders, there's everyone else involved. We need more experts. So title insurance is the expert we have. You and everyone through the process. Okay, let's take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, babe. So title insurance is really there to protect your property rights. So there are two major policies with title insurance. There's an owner's policy, which protects the home buyer. And then there's a lender policy, and that protects the lender. Most lenders are going to require a lender policy if they're loaning you money. The important part of this is the owner's policy for the home buyer. So that is going to protect the home buyer from any liens against the property. So we're going to make sure that you own the property. There are no mortgages, judgments, liens out there against the property. Also, that you own the property. So there's not like an heir, from grandma 6 years ago that still owns the property, that you own the property, only you own the property, and it's all yours. And it's also going to tell you about all the covenants and the restrictions and easements. So you're going to know if the, utility company has rights to come on your property or whatnot. So we're really protecting your buyer's property rights on this. Awesome. And the great thing about that is you don't have to worry about it. We're doing it for you. So we are going to do a title search. We're going to search all the public records for the whole history of the property. I'm telling you, sometimes it goes back to like the 1800s when we get the abstract and the land patent. So we're going back. We're searching this property for you. We're making sure that everyone who has owned it has passed it along correctly, that there's no breaks in a chain of title. We're making sure that have all of the mortgages, any liens, any judgments, anything out there can be taken care of. And then we're going to put that all together into a title commitment that we're going to send out to everyone. And it's going to tell you these are the things that are required to happen for the close-in.
Are there maybe common things people could do to make their life easier when it comes to working with title?
Absolutely. So the first thing is make sure you're reading our emails. So we're going to send you emails throughout the process that tells you, we've received the order. These are the things that we need from you. Here's your title commitment. Here's your closing disclosure. So make sure that you're reading through our emails to review what they are, what we're telling you, and if we need any documents back. For sellers, for example, we need a seller intake back. That is you giving us authorization to work on your property. So to order that final water bill or any of your payoffs. So we need that back like really early in the process. And the great thing about that is we're going to tell you exactly what we need and we're going to help you find it. So if you're an entity, we're going to let you know exactly what documents you need, what they look like. If you're a buyer, we're going to ask you just the basics. Who's your lender? And then we're going to work really closely with your lender to make sure that we get everything taken care of for them and for you. So just make sure you're reading your emails and getting anything back to us about that. If you are a seller, sure, getting us your prior title policy from when you purchased the property can help things move along really, really quickly. And then the other thing is just making sure that we know all the parties involved. So we know who your lender is. We know if you're working with an attorney, if you're going to have a power of attorney, or anyone else that's going to be helping you through the process, getting us their information right away so we can include them on everything.
Sure. I think the great part about everything you just said is that so much of it we can control to avoid the headaches and hiccups that come along. When you guys ask for information, it allows you to communicate with people that might make those decisions. And sounds like sometimes agents or the buyers and sellers may not even know if something came up. If you guys and the lender can work it out, you solve a lot of those problems before they even get across somebody's desk.
We definitely like to solve all the issues as much as we can without concerning a lot of the people. Most of them we can handle ourselves. We can contact lenders. We can contact the Register of Deeds. We can handle all of this stuff. And that's our job. We're here to be the experts and take care of that. So we really want to make sure that we know everything so we can work those out without having to cause any, headaches, because the point is buying a house is stressful for everyone. And it's a lot of emotion. So we want to make sure that we have it as like relaxed and easygoing as possible for you.
Gotcha. That's great to know. So what happens if something, say we close, everything was great, we bought our house, we moved in, and 2 months later, all of a sudden, something comes up, and we're not sure who to talk to. Is the title company a good place to start maybe, or where? How do you guys fit into that kind of equation?
Yeah, so if something comes up after the fact, you can definitely reach out to your title company and ask them for more information. But the even better person to reach out to is the underwriter. So a title company has an underwriter, and they're the company that's actually going to be underwriting your insurance policy.
Okay.
So about 30 days after closing, you're going to get your final owner's policy. And that's going to tell you the underwriter's information. It's going to give you all the information for everyone that was involved in the transaction. That's also on your CD. So when you're signing those paperwork, one of the first things you're going to sign is your closing disclosure. So that's going to be right there, and you can contact them. So we have 2 underwriters for Homestead, Old Republic, and ATG, and you're going to contact whoever underwrote your policy. They're going to help you out if you need to file a claim.
Gotcha. So even the experts have experts they go to when they
Yes,
need expert
we
advice.
do.
This is perfect. There's more people involved to help us. I think that's the best part about learning real estate kind of from a title standpoint from you before I became an agent, is learning that there's so many people out there to help you through the process, and that's their job, is to answer those questions to make it easier so that we all get to the point of buying, selling, or moving forward the process.
So great thing is show up on time. I know our company, Homestead, sends out closing confirmation emails 3 days prior. We're going to tell you when it is, where it is. We have a couple offices. We're going to give you a list of things that you might want to bring. So the first thing on there, the most important, bring a valid ID. So make sure that it's not expired. We've definitely had times where people have needed to stop the closing and go get a new ID from the DMV. So make sure your passport, your ID, whatever you're using is valid, current. Then you're also going to want to bring your checkbook in case you have to write any funds. Most of your money is already going to be taken care of through the lender. You're going to bring a cashier's check or a wire, but there might be a small thing maybe here or there.
Sure.
And by small, we don't accept checks over $500, personal checks. So it's a small amount in
Gotcha.
case you need it. Sellers are going to definitely want to bring all the keys and the garage door opener, anything that they're going to want for the house. And then your funds, you want to make sure that they're taken care of. So like I said, that's already usually going to be handled. If you're bringing the cashier's check, you're going to get the number usually a day or 2 in advance to be able to get that taken care of. If you're sending a wire fraud is really, really rampant in our industry. So you definitely want to make sure that you are calling to confirm the wire instructions with us as you're sending that wire to make sure that you have the correct instructions. We want to make sure that your money goes where your money's supposed to go.
Gotcha.
And so then just showing up on time and being ready to sign all your stuff. Thankfully, sellers don't have to sign a lot of stuff. Good for you. Buyers, you got to sign all your mortgage documents. But we have a lot of treats and we have cool things going on at the closing. So it's going to be a fun and easy process.
That's awesome. Well, that really helps a lot there. I think the biggest takeaway is communication is key, both between you and everyone else involved in the process. And then if there's a question, to say, hey, I'm not sure, what do we do here? Especially when it sounds like that wire stuff sounds really important. So we want to call and make sure you got the money that you're supposed to get.
Yes.
And didn't go somewhere wrong. That's super good to know. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for taking time today. It was awesome to learn more about title and to share it with everyone out there. It was wonderful for me to learn it once again. And she'll be glad that I listened and learned something this time. But thank you so much. And anything else that people need to know?
We're here to protect your rights. I mean, we're here to be the experts, so we're going to help you along the way. Just let us know whatever you need, whatever questions, and we're going to help you navigate this whole process.
Awesome. Well, that sounds great. Thanks again, and thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you all again soon.